Hey everybody, this is Walt, and a short while ago I got an email from one of my account executives, Dave Kaznicki, over at, well, it used to be Flagstar, now is AD Mortgage, on the 10 reasons why loans are denied. And as I read through that, I kind of kept it, thought about it for a little while, so I want to give you my thoughts on these. I'm going to put up a chart here summarizing them. His email, of course, had better descriptions of everything, but look, the two items in red, okay, number 6 and number 10, are the only things that really ought to be able to trip you up because a proper loan officer is going to do everything else beforehand, right? In the course of doing the pre-qualification, I'm going to look at I'm going to pull credit, I'm going to see your credit score, I'm going to see what your debt ratios are because I've seen your pay stubs, I've seen your tax returns, I know what your income is. So I know income, I know debts, I know your debt ratio. Number 3, insufficient income, that's basically the same as number 2. If you have an unverifiable employment history, I'm going to work with you to verify it, you know. If you have an insufficient down payment, well, that can be a deal killer, but I know up front, I'm not going to write a pre-qualification letter if you don't have the assets to make your down payment and closing costs. Number 7, loan type restrictions. Well, sometimes maybe, USDA in a non-rural area, this comes in not very frequently, but you do have limitations. Recent credit history. Well, I've seen the credit report. There should be no surprises there. And inadequate documentation. If you're not going to send me pay stubs or tax returns, I'm not going to write a pre-qualification letter. Now, number 6, property issues. Okay, that can legitimately trip up even the most conscientious loan officer because we can't control it. Okay, I do everything else. We send the loan into underwriting, and the property doesn't appraise. Or the appraiser says there's all this work to be done, the seller doesn't want to do it. Can't do anything about that. And number 10, legal issues. Well, a lot of these things we're going to see. We're going to see bankruptcies, we're going to see foreclosures, on the credit report, we're going to see late payments, all kinds of stuff. Not child support, if it's child support, if it's in the county. We're going to see a lot of these things, collections, etc. But I had an example that tripped me up a few years ago. The guy had a divorce in Oregon. And the child support payments that the underwriter dug up when they viewed everything took him out of approvable range. Now, there's 3,006 counties in America. I can't check them all, but an underwriter can. And so that loan was out through no fault of mine. So all of this to say that the 8 of these 10 in a proper pre-qualification gets handled by a good, professional, conscientious loan officer. I do all of these things. In fact, my pre-qualification letter will say explicitly, I've reviewed a fully completed loan application, I've reviewed income documentation and employment history. I've reviewed the credit report, including any judgments, liens, and collections. I've reviewed bank accounts and the ability to close. I've checked other items such as divorce decrees, child support or other judgments, pension award letters, eligibility documents, etc. And I've run the loan through the appropriate automated underwriting engine, Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, as the case may be. With that done, of these 10 items here, 8 of them are in the bank. This is what a conscientious, professional, serious loan officer does on every file. So if you'd like that kind of service from me, my number's right here, and I hope you give me a call. Take care, everybody.